and keep the student going. That's why many people are doing meditation everywhere all the time because they're getting something out of it, It's a scientific. So my main talk is that when you're doing spirituality, no student is indebted to you. They help you out of kindness. They go the extra mile voluntarily. But the onus is you self. You gotta walk the path yourself. You gotta put the effort. Senior students, fellow comrades sometimes help you in a hard way. Dada Nirvedananda from Cameroon was telling me, said many times when you're swimming, one day you might drown. Your arm give up, your foot give up, you don't feel like kicking and swimming. And you start going down, sinking. You try for gasp for air, for keep fighting. He said the guru now and the student is like that. When you sinking and gasping for air and breath, the guru will come and hold you and lift you up. And when you get back and recover your strength, you will loosen, you gotta swim again. That's Nirvana and Jivation. And they tell me the guru sitting in his posture in meditation like Buddha or Marpa or like Naropa, like one of these Padmasambhava, and you going to touch his feet and kneel long and touch his feet. But every time you come up close and you're getting close to him, he will stretch his foot and kick you out, push you out. And then when you give up, tired now, he will then pick you up, dust you out, wash all your skin and touch you on your top of your head. And just his touch will heal you and all your suffering and pain will disappear. All the dirt you pick up, all the joy in your life, you pick up so much dirt, so much soil, and the guru, when you take him, he will touch you and clean you out. You become fresh and you clean again. So some people, they're in pain, they're in sickness, and when they come in contact with the master, suddenly they get all this pain and sickness just removed. I was reading a story with a man. He had a back pain for years and years, and he got to many doctor. They crack his bones, twist you up, like this guy would do Asim Barber and Biswajit Barber doing. Crack you up, bend you, twist you up. People could do only bones, they crack now. Now they can crack your skin, they can crack your hair. All these things, they can crack everywhere in your body, your nose. All the things people crack, So this guy, what's his name? They could Guru just, he went to all these people for help and they didn't help him. But then he decided, one he went to visit another Mahima ashram and they were singing kirtan and so. And he was in the crowd, listening to the bhajan, and he just with the crowd, and just so the pain disappeared from his body, never come back again. One devotee said that in his whole life he was a lustful person, so his energy, his life used to flow down. In the night when he sleep, the life force pass out. A lot of excessive, what they call swapandosha. He said when he went to Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, first time he see him, he feel the force, the flow reverse and start moving up in his brain. He said never again he suffer from swapandosha or night pollution. These are all things I read in my book over the years, and I share it with you now. So that's the power of meditation, Not everything that your brother disciple, your sister disciple, the acharya, the teacher can give you, or the guru. Sometimes you're left alone, and you gotta, just you and the universe, and you got to align with the forces. They say the force that guides the star guides you too. You're never alone, you're never helpless. And you have to now align yourself with the forces, and the flow, the universe will take care of you, nurture you, and help you. So they say. I don't know, sometimes I feel helpless. Sometimes I feel centered, I feel the balance. But sometimes also I panic because I feel lonely. I feel without support, nobody helping, nobody doing nothing. So I don't know, not many people in my place here, in my country, have this experience with meditation. There's a Hindu tradition and religion here where they go to church and they sing bhajan, they sing slokas from the holy books. The pandit would lead, singing a whole set of different mantras. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. And all kind of mantra, Jaya Jaya Guru Om, Jaya Jaya. And all kind of these Sanskrit mantras they're singing. But I don't know if these people get benefited spiritually like when you meditate. I don't know, but I see some of these people who go to temple regularly, the children, and so they do very good in their work, in the school, some of them, and they show exceptional potential and skill in the sciences, in school. They go on the whole job and they become respected, and they move up fast, they learn and grasping quickly. Not everybody has that retentive memory that when you read something, the mind go hold it. Sometimes you read and you learn something, it pass out the mind back. So that's why they say the goddess Saraswati, when she bless you, you're able to retain knowledge, you're able to absorb it, you're able to return it, and you're able to apply it back. So that's why they say this lady, what's her name? Karuna Maima is the incarnation of Saraswati, because they say sometimes when you go for initiation for her, she would take a piece of tulsi limb and write the mantra on your tongue, and you go repeat the mantra, and you get Saraswati blessing. You do good in your school, you learn your lessons easily, and your study become easy, because you're not supposed to be reading your book 100, 300, 400, 500 times just to get a little passage to memory. You should be able to just listen to the lecture in the class and understand it, retain it right away, and keep it. Just how you learn so much things by interacting with the street boys and from the streets, and these things remain with you. It leave a mark, it leave a scar on you for life, So this is it with the spiritual thing. What you hear and what you see and what you know will leave a mark that's good, either a good mark or a bad mark, samskara as they call it, that will program you, and when you go out in the outer world, exterior world, how you should behave, how you should talk, and your style of doing things, So like they say, the body has 9 holes where energy pass out, apertures, and you have to learn to close these apertures: the eye, the nose, the mouth, the ears, the anus, the reproductive orifices. And the one they say that yogis have, spiritual people develop, is the brahmanda, the psychic hole here. It's at the time of death the yogi could take his soul and escape through this here. One time I was telling a lady that she has 9 holes in her body. She told me I was cursing her, and she got really violent. I want to tell you all kind of thing, but they don't understand. They get mistake. One day in Enterprise, I was going to buy some banana. The lady selling bananas. I said, please do some banana, because I usually fast as a single person. I try to fast 4 times a month. The lady got annoyed why I want to come and ask her for banana. She pulled out a cutlass and put it on her stand. That's at Enterprise there where I was working, So we have different minds come to the spiritual gatherings. Some are revolutionary. They say when the Guruji was in prison, Shishananda Murti, different ethnicity around the world take different actions to get him released against the authorities. Some do many things in the outward. They would say the Indians, they would burn themselves, self-immolate, or they would protest. Some of them fast, long fast and so. Baba fast, the guru himself fast for his own release. 5 years he fasts. Only morning he would take a glass of Horlick, which is a yogurt water. Yogurt diluted dahi. Diluted dahi is Horlick. A little snap glass. He would take, and for 5 years he do that. So he kind of fast, do liquid fast for 5 years. That's one little snap glass of Horlick. So how many gurus here could do this? They said Jesus fast 40 days, 40 nights, and that was a big history. But here you have a man in modern time fasted five years without eating anything, dry fast, everything. And you have a guru here who's the highest guru, a sad guru. A samaj guru means he has a responsibility in society to guide society, to change society, to inspire people in society, to meditate, to fast, to do exercise, to follow the culture of the yogis, the yogi culture. You know, so many people invite yogis in their home, sponsor them, let us stay in the home in different villages, different streets, different neighborhoods. They invite them a week or two to stay in the street so people could see them, people could be affected by the vibration, the present. And in this mixing and staying in the home, they learn a lot of things. You know, they pick up a lot of things from the teachers and the yogis and so on. So it's like this, you know, when you go in the center day, we have to carry ourselves in a nice way. We sit down, we be quiet, speak respectfully, no coarse language, no smoking. Even organizational matters, they say you can't discuss it in public. So this restraint of speech and behavior towards between spiritual people is a common mark of culture, nobility, and ethics. While acharyas also, they get more respect. The brahmacharis get more respect. The parodas, they're like saints. They get a lot of respect. They do a lot of meditation. The parodas do Vishesha Yoga. There's an advanced meditation. You know, but I see you have to do at least 6 hours, 8 hours of meditation a day before you get that. And there's some Western people who do it. This guy who's doing Margi experiences on YouTube, he has a channel there. I think he's doing Vishesh Yoga, and some other European people do it also. One Swami told me all the problem that is created in Ananda Marg is by these teachers who are doing Vishesh Yoga. It's a very advanced and powerful lesson. But like they say, if you don't have the devotion, right, it doesn't mean nothing. You can get all the lessons. But the devotion that counts, the devotion that you do it with. So that's how it is. The teacher has a duty to give his lesson, to teach you, and you has a duty to be a good student. And the more you will get from the teacher depends on how perfect a student you are, how good a life you live, how decent a person you try to make yourself and to become, you know. The teacher isn't obliged to watch over you 24 hours, to treat you like a son or daughter, to allow you to be carnal with him or her, to be abusive physically or psychologically. Always courtesy comes out from advanced spiritual living and advanced yoga, you know. And the words and the language are more positively impacting when a yogi behaves or speaks than those who are not initiated. It's kind of like going down to say that as you mature and grow in any discipline, the rough edges will be smoothed off, you know. It's in any discipline, whether it's carpentry, or it's in pharmacy, or it's in soldier work, or in prime minister work, is the same thing. As you grow in it, you know, when I was at Enterprise there, they had some Cuban doctors used to be at the health center, and the patient and the people used to want to say, they don't look like Cuban doctors. They were young girls, African, mulattoes, Indians. They used to come there to the Cuban doctors who were working there to work there, and some people said they don't look like doctor. Some of them short, some fat, had their own oddities. I said, yeah, they don't look now, but as time pass and they get experience changes them. You know, they get more ripe, seasoned. You know, the physical features change, and these same people in another 10-15 years won't recognize them. The minibus driver shake his head, he says it's true, we're talking. So this thing you understand, right? Because the same thing in the meditation life. People see you meditate and say, the man and the Margie look like ordinary people. Me see nothing special. There, Filipino Didi came here long ago, about 20-30 years ago. She named Didi Ampuja. Later she became Didi Ambika. She was telling us that the Indian government and people, most people see Ananda Marg as a noisy, rowdy sect, making a lot of nice people. They don't see the spirituality in them. Even many people tell me personally that they look like ordinary people. The guru look like an ordinary man. They don't see, but she says it's just exterior. It's a more subtle. The culture is a very subtle culture, you know. Subtle means very deep and complicated also. So Didi Pujo from Philippines was telling us that Bika. So it's like that, you know, that we all come here to learn something, and we're grateful that we met a teacher and they taught us. But how much can we expect out of the teacher? How much freedom are we supposed to exercise towards somebody? How much do we own that person? How much liberality do we have with that person? You know, people, especially yogis, they're very strict. They have rules. So it's very hard. Sometimes with normal people living with a yogi, it's a very hard thing. That's why the state, they say, used to call Socrates, the famous Greek philosopher, they say he was cruel Socrates. And because his principles were so profound and so high, the ordinary people were sometimes thrown off by the things he said, by the laws he gave them. You know? He used to call him the cruel Socrates. This Dr. downstairs here, Dr. Dale Srinivas. He has about 4 PhD. He's opening university around Guyana here. One day he told me, he said, yes, the Anandamar Guru during his time was the most feared guru in India. People were scared of him. And people used to say, Baba, used to say I'm a dangerous man. People say I'm a dangerous, but I'm just so much 5 feet 3 inches tall, or how much 5 feet. He's a very short man, but yet he's a psychic, you know, a psychic pressure, or the psychic presence, he was a more psychic person, you know, so he had a more psychic, a psychic exchange with humanity, you know. So like people was telling me, African Swami tell me I can't stay one day with an animal, I will run away. Because strong personalities, great personalities, you know, they are very lofty standard, high standard, and you can't stay with them for a minute. So I remember one Dada, Prashantananda, was telling me when he was in Guyana here, he said one Acharya escaped from Baba, clashed him. He was one of the old original Acharyas long ago. Baba gave him made him so much, feel so much clash out, you know, people could say things. I don't know if Baba tell him something or what he did by action, but he got stressed off. And Dada Prashantana tell me he get away from the organization, he escaped from India. And he come to Guyana here, and he was hiding in Guyana. And then when he cooled down, and the pressure came off, he went to Kirpalani, the old Kirpalani, and Kirpalani gave him money, and he go back to India. Shamdas Kirpalani. I don't know if this is true, that Prashantananda met Kirpalani, and I don't know how the story came out, whether somebody from India communicated with him and tell him it, the Dada, the Achari self. But Prashantananda passed away in Haiti, Africa. He was working there as a missionary. And they say he passed away on a holy day, one of the Hindu calendars day. I don't know if it's a moon day, one of these Ekadashi, Amavasa, Purnima day. He just passed away. You know, so all of us have to do meditation. We have calling, and we want spiritual energy, we want spiritual benefits from how we live and what we do, and so, you know. So this energy, how do we take it? How do we get it? You know, people absorb an atmosphere, they experience an atmosphere, they experience a satsang, and they get inspired to do more, and they feel satisfied, you know. Some people just one word and they feel satisfied. Some people just glimpse of a spiritual force. They call darshan, seeing, they feel satisfied. People would go just to get this glimpse of Sri Aurobindo. When he was alive, he used to come out on the balcony only, and just seeing him alone fill people with satisfaction and fill them with, you know, inspiration. That was enough. But our guru, Anandamar Guru, used to take you in his lap, touch you on the chakras, awaken the chakras, and he used to help you with your problems. This guy, Victor Surjbali, who was custom officer here in Guyana, he said when he meet Ananda Murti in India, Ananda Murti put him in his lap and was touching him on his body here, and he had experienced a lot of spiritual feelings, and, you know, he had experiences. He said Baba asked him, and Ananda Murti asked him, I know what you're thinking, you're wondering about your parents in India. He said, yes, Baba, I'm worried about my mother, my father. Baba said, bring a plate. He told somebody, or tell Victor Surjbali, bring a plate with the water, and he tell Victor Surjbali, look inside. Victor Surjbali, who was the Guyanese custom officer working in India at that time, see, when he looked inside, he saw his parents back home. So some people get different way the guru appease you, and it's the same thing with God, you know. As you live the spiritual life, and as you mature and you develop, you get more blessings and more things come to you. You don't have to go turning the society upside down and making things cruel and hard for others, you know. Just live a quiet, peaceful life. For years, sometimes I was tied up. I passed through Western education. I wasn't just following my Hindu culture, but for a little while, I wasn't feeling so well, you know. You used to feel a lot, you know, when you're passing through the teenage years, and so much turmoil inside. But as you grow in meditation and you grow in spirituality, these things, you get more unlock, and more inner satisfaction, and more inner peace. That's growing spirituality. So people do grow and they do improve. You're not one way all the time, you know. Maybe you lock off with some pain, some suffering. You wonder why you're so disjointed from society. Because people become disjointed because of negativity, because of evil, of wrong thinking, wrong behavior, wrong action, what they do to people, what they do to society, what they do to others, their philosophy, their ideology, their action, their thoughts. They bring it upon themselves too. So that's why you have to learn a new ideology. You have to learn what to say, what not to say, what to do, what not to do. And these all help you to invite grace and blessing, help you to meet spiritual beings too. You know, people want to know why they're so blocked, why they're so disjointed, why they feel so much pain in their body. so much tension in the foot. They got to go to the chiropractor like Dr. Rajnikant, like Asim Barber. They have to go to Bengali Barber and Barber Kalu to crack them up and slap them up. We have one massage place right there, the Vivanta Ayurvedic Center there. You can go there if you want your head box up, your body slap up, twist up. You can go there, they do all of that right here. So people do all these things and they don't release, it's just temporarily. Like one Swamiji was telling me when Sai Baba was alive, he could alleviate your pain and your suffering, but it was just temporarily. Dada Satyat Makananda told me this during a class in training there when I was at Jews the Forum. He said many people times he released pain, he released suffering, blockage, karma from people, but these things is just temporarily. You have to face it yourself and work it out. It's like what they say, you got purgatory, you got to work out your sin and your karmas. It might take a lifetime, it might take days, it might take months, it might take years. But it's good if you know from small. And they say, like psychiatrists and psychologists say, once you know you have madness, you can be cured. But it's when you don't know you have it, then you're in the ignorance to not how much time is more, So having said all this, I do pray and hope that we can all become better students of our path, our marga, our sangha. Next year it's Shivaratri. Shiva is known as a master of meditation. And the Bangladeshi guru there, Mr. Swami Pranavananda Maharaj from Kovanjan Ashram, who founded that ashram, he is actually a Bangladeshi. So maybe a lot of Bangladeshi people will be there this year for Shivaratri. Because I only find this out recently that he's from Bangladesh. This Swami Shivananda Maharaj from Bharti Ashram Sang. He was born in Bangladesh. He's a Hindu from Bangladesh. This lady Deepa Ma is from Bangladesh. I didn't know that. And most of the, I didn't know that, I didn't know that. So Guru, I'm saying is that next year is Shivratri and you will have a chance to experience. You want to go there. There are people who will be celebrating. Shiva was a teacher who taught meditation, taught yoga, he taught penance, he taught all of these things. So you should make time, and if you get initiation during this holiday and this season, it'll be good for you, It will help you a lot and you will progress more quickly. So saying all this, I wish you a happy new year and also happy Shivaratri. Come next month, February the 25th is Shivaratri. Namaskar. Have a